Hello everybody, we are at we're heading on Queen Street. I think this is St. Patrick. Yeah, so we're heading westbound. Today is April 3rd 2021. We're in Toronto, Canada, in North America. So this is the famous Queen Street. I used to come down here quite a bit. That would be the downtown section, and we're gonna head this way. We are going to head this way. Anyway, so this I'm like, wow, big changes here. Oh, wow. We're going to approach, there's the famous it says City TV on it, but I remember it as City TV. It says CTV on it, but I remember it as City TV. It used to be in the 80s, used to be this Toronto local-based channel. It used to show great movies, and it's basically a movie channel and a local news channel. It was very popular, and then they ended up selling it to somebody. I don't know who owns it right now, but it had a famous, they used to have 2 or 3 trucks only. And one of their trucks, the original truck, is stuck in a building right now. It used to be a GM Chevy or something, suburban type vehicle. They ended up getting these Pathfinders. The Pathfinders were these 2-door SUV Pathfinders from the 80s, and they used to have no door handles on their rear doors, and they were very sporty looking Pathfinders. They're probably the best Pathfinders. Then the Pathfinders started getting goofy. They're the original Pathfinders, and they were really good. Oh, look at these people. That looks good. Sugar. So they give up that vehicle, and they stuck it on the wall up there. I'm gonna take a picture of it right there. And they started using these cool Pathfinders. They had a cage in the back and all the camera gear you could see, and they were driving around town, filming events and traffic accidents, all sorts of stuff. They popularized the Pathfinder. And then once they became a little bit bigger, they got rid of the Pathfinder and got a bunch of fleet of regular cars, and they went boring. But originally, they had a cool kids station in the block, but now they're just, hold on, this guy. There you go. So they became, now they're sold to Bell Media or something. So this used to be their building, and there's a bunch of new developments back then, lots of condos. So heading west. Today is not that cold, but I just noticed that everybody's smoking. Like, you know what, I have my mask on. Not because of extra virus or anything, but because of the smoke. Every second person was having a smoke, and I can constantly smell cigarette smoke. Everybody's smoking. It's I think it's just all the rules changed. I mean, I remember last year not a lot of people were smoking. These girls are having ice cream. It's funny, some people are wearing masks on the street, some people are not. And I don't know if it's mandatory to wear one or not. Today I'm wearing a mask. You know, I find it easier just to talk with a mask on. What does that say? Somebody found a bike. I find it easier to talk on the street into the camera with a mask on. You know, it's not as crazy. And like I said, it's like I'm smelling a lot of smoke. So I'm using my mask as a smoke and identifier protector today. Like I said in my previous videos, bandanas are great for this kind of action. for protection, coverage, all sorts of stuff. It's like there's a lot of these shops that have changed dramatically. We're going to a bar. We're approaching a bar called Horseshoe Tavern. I don't know if it's still around or not. We're going to find out. But I photographed many bands there. It was a kind of a old school bar. I don't know what they're lined up for. Vintage. And it used to be all the cool Toronto bands used to play there. I used to go there. Talking about smoking, back in the smoke day, I used to have my own clothes for smoking so that I didn't have to smell my real clothes with smoke. I used to go there and shoot a lot of bands after work because I was working a lot in the studio, and to take a break I decided to go out at night, and I didn't want to get involved with asking people to go out and where we go and let's go to a club. I decided just to go out to a bar by myself. And going bar by yourself is a little bit, what you do, kind of a thing. I decided to take photograph of the bands. So I had something to do, which I love doing, personal photography. Oh look, Mountain Equipment Club. Maybe we go in there, check it out. I don't know. Wonder if they let us in. But I started photographing these bands. And I used to post them on my website, and everybody it was a very popular website, and everybody started copying it. And pretty soon, there were more photographers in the bars than there were fans watching the game. I'm going to go in there. If they stop us, I'm going to start the video later. I'm just going to go look-see in there. Hey. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're dark, aren't we? La la la. Wow, so cool. Bike parts. I do need a tire at some point, maybe. $106 for bike tires. Wow, that's kind of... I used to buy mine here for $40 back in the day. I better be easy on the rear brakes. Save some money on the rear tires. Prices of everything, it's a lot cheaper in New York City. You know what? I need one of these for my bike situation. $26. I might do the trick so I can have the camera on the bike while I'm filming. Oh, okay. $26. Do I have $26 on me? I just have to use my card. Okay. 33, 36. Okay. That could come in handy. Anything else? Locks? Yeah. These things could have come in handy in the winter, but forget about it. Reflectors. Nice. Oh, cool bike. Okay, all right. Oh, look at more of these bikes. These bikes with these fat tires gotta be really, really slow. I don't know. Maybe not. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, look, this bike's missing one of these. It's a Cannondale. Yeah, Cannondales have funny front suspensions. Oh, this is nice. $199. Is this Gore-Tex? Ideal for? It's probably not. Women's. What a color! Amazing. You'd be visible from miles away. Which is the point. Yeah, the Cannondales don't have a front. They're missing a fork. They're always like that. That was their thing. Kind of looks weird, but Some people like it, and some people are like, what? Some people are not into this. Oh, okay. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. All right. We're out of here. All right, thank you. All right. We're out of here. Okay. I'll just make sure. Oh, wow. Oh, I haven't been in a shop in a long time. This used to be, Mountain Equipment Co-op used to be at the corner of, we filmed it yesterday, Yorkville, in Bloor Street and Yonge Street, up there, when they started in the 80s, and you need membership to get in. It's kind of like an REI in New York City, and they had great stuff. And originally they had all sorts of, they used to make their own clothing equipment. And back in the day when, you know, North Face and high-end gear was very expensive, these guys used to make their own version of it. It wasn't a knockoff, but they would make their own version that was practical. The thing with it was they were known for having the worst color in fashion. So when fleece jackets first came in, they were super expensive when you got the North Face, some Patagonia brands. Well, these guys made their own fleece jackets. Their logo was very kind of cheaply made, which was their signature. But the most funniest thing was they had the worst colors. Pinks and greens, off greens, and funny blues and everything. And you know, you wore it, they were practical, they were warm, they served their purpose, but you always looked a certain way on the trails. Everybody knew you bought your gear from Co-op, and it became like almost like a cult thing where, you know, you saw everybody with like a same kind of a stripe, and like the jackets, they had these cycling jackets that were like yellow and blue, but both colors were kind of a little bit off. So you just looked different, you know, and it was kind of interesting. I like the whole look of that era. When you went camping, you looked really different than any other person because colors were all mismatched. But the equipment was cheap. You could buy Gore-Tex sleeping bags and that sort of stuff cheap. I still have one of their Gore-Tex sleeping bags from like the 90s. That sometimes when it's super cold and the power is out in the house, I zip myself in it. It was rated to minus, I don't know, crazy temperatures, but when you keep a sleeping bag for a while, they kind of lose their loft. It's a down bag, Gore-Tex down bag, but still, I think, I don't think it could survive in a super cold winter. Where is this bar? Horseshoe used to be around here. I bet you they knocked it down and built something fancy there, but let's see. So that was Mountain Equipment Co-op. Look, a great store. Now their stuff is, you know, more typical, and I noticed they have other kind of products. Back in the day, they only had their own products that was made, well-made products, you know, but and great prices. Oh, there it is, Horseshoe. So this is the bar. I'm gonna find some pictures and of the bands I photographed here a while ago. I spent many days here, I guess in the 2000s. Okay. Okay, you smile, you're on camera. Okay, the bar is still, let's find a shot in there. It being a famous Toronto. Give me a second while I set the camera on. Crazy mode, night mode, spy mode. Yep, so Horseshoe is like, yeah, I don't drink personally, so I never came to the bar to drink, so I came to shoot the bands. And like I was saying, it was great entertainment because I had somewhere to go, listen to music, and photograph things. Let's see how the prices of these hot dogs are. What do they have? I'm going to take a photograph of this, and then that way we have it. There you go. Those people in the shop. Good. You got a Honda generator, homemade burgers, all sorts of stuff. Hot dogs, fries. We're a little bit low on lighting, aren't we? But that's okay. All right. So yeah, so I had this whole website that I shot almost 200-300 bands, Toronto local bands between 2000 and I don't know, 2006, something like that. And it was a big blog, and this blog was getting a lot of hits. It was very popular. And a lot of photographers decided to come and do this. Looking down. Not a very safe thing to do in the middle of Spadina. This is Spadina. We have a video where we had shot Spadina already, walk and shoot here. I haven't done many street shots here. I'm too busy looking at the changes. And yeah, like I was saying, at one point I tried to go to a bar that's coming up. It's called, I think, Bovine Sex Club. I think that was called. We're gonna get to it. And it was a smaller venue, and it was great to shoot because in my previous video I explained how I like to shoot smaller venues because you can really get close to the band and shoot the band all night and get them really going for it. And you can also shoot the drummer, the bass player, the guitar player. You can just basically become part of the band. Whereas when you shoot big bands like Bon Jovi's and Motley Crue's, which I shot many times, and I had them in the past video, the photos in the Spadina video, I think. You know, you only get to shoot them 3 songs, and it's kind of like you got to shoot them 3 songs that the band knows they're being shot for 3 songs, and they're kind of clean and nice and corporate, and everybody's shooting the same angle from the pit, really low. Oh man, it's not fun. It sounds exciting and glamorous, but it really isn't. It really isn't. You want to shoot small local bands who have energy. You got to get great shots. Shooting big bands, yeah, people are going to look at it because the rock star is famous. You're shooting Rolling Stones, he's famous, so everybody's going to look at it. But it's a pain. It's very hard to get unique pictures unless you're friends with the bands and you have full access, which is very rare these days because managers are like, you know, they're holding the band tight, hostage. So there you go. There's a tip for band photography. Start local, small venues, and just work the hell out of that band. You get good and you get great pictures. You promote them and you get good shots. Yeah, Bovine is a cool story. I shot Robin Black there once. It's a very small venue. And he's like walking on the tables, that kind of thing. And I took my friend, who was an advertising photographer working for very corporate, you know, like I took him and go, let's go shoot some bands. Great photographer. So we're standing closer to the stage, and I was kind of farther back, about maybe 2-3 meters off the stage, and he was right by the stage. Robin Black comes in, he's singing. He comes in and he puts his foot on my friend's shoulder off the stage. And my friend can't move because he's got the camera in his hand, he can't. So Robin Black's got his, you know, he's wearing, you know, the pure rock and roll outfit, makeup and guitars blasting, the drums going crazy. It's a very high energy show. I was gonna say shoot. And my friend just standing there, and he's just having his foot on my friend's shoulder the whole song. I just couldn't. My friend's expression, and my friend's expression and everything else. It was incredible. I was laughing so hard. It was the funniest thing ever. And great band. I shot a bunch of bands. Another band I shot there was fun. It was Hollywood Murder, I think. I'll try to find these pictures and post them as part of the story. Wanted, Handyman, Dead or Alive. Well, this street has to have a lot of textiles and places like that. I fired a couple of shots at that guy, but we are really dark here. I changed my it's alright. Oh, I bet you that was a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, it was. Look, it's gone. I guess people are That'd be a cool shot looking back. Oh, you know what happens when you got a mask on and a camera? Two guesses. When you're wearing a mask and you put the camera to your face. Fog. The viewfinder gets fogged up. So I shot a shot of a smoker. Now, I don't like smell of smoke, and I don't smoke, and I don't think it's a great activity. But, said that, but I do like it when people say, oh, it's raining. Oh, it's raining in the park. Wow. I do like it. Come on. If that guy moves out of the way, we could get a good shot. Too late. We might get it. Might get it. I don't like smoking, and I don't recommend smoking. Kids, if you're watching, avoid smoking. It's not a great habit. It costs you a ton of money and probably damages your health. Here's your warning. However, I'm very, what do you call it? Okay, how wet can we get this camera before it stops working? However, I do like when people are smoking. I do like it looks good in the pictures. It looks good in the pictures. It looks, let's think about it. It's a very Hollywood, propaganda, brainwashed human thinks smoking is kind of cool. And I end up photographing people smoking. It gives them something. My camera's completely wet. When the camera gets wet, the viewfinder gets wet, you got issues. We'll see how far I go. I don't think it's gonna rain that hard. Now we're approaching this place, Loblaws. This used to be a parking lot, and I used to park my car there every day. And I think I used to pay like $9, $10, something like that. And there used to be a shop over here called West Camera. It used to be run by the guy called Peter, and I think it's closed now, definitely. I think he still owns the building. This used to be a French restaurant. We used to have lunch there sometimes. And this used to be a club that I think still is. And West Camera is turned into a Custom Teas, whatever that is. Custom Teas, and bubble tea. This place used to be West Camera, and next to it, it used to be the Labs. Just this place. I used to park there and come here and pay $10 an hour to print pictures. I had to stop here a few times, and that used to be a grocery store, and this used to be a grocery store, and that kind of stuff. I used to come here and print pictures for $10 an hour. Oh my God, the lenses got raindrops on the lens too. Okay, hold on. All right. Oh, it's raining really hard now. I used to charge them. They used to charge me $10, and I used to print pictures for the clients all day till 9 o'clock. They turn off the machine and kick me out. Then around 9 o'clock, I go back to my studio and start shooting models. The people used to be there, bring their models 9 o'clock. We used to shoot models till 12, 1 o'clock. And then in the morning, I used to get up and do some work and head back here around 12 o'clock. I used to do that almost every day in the summer. So I used to say this is my summer cottage, because I spent all day in the back in the lab. Peter was a great guy. He gave us good deals. He always bought us, sold us film, paper. This would be Bovine Bar. Okay, come on. Let this guy pass. All right, and he used to give us great deals on paper, chemicals, and everything, photo finishing. And he used to always give me a discount. Peter did great. Thank you, Peter, if you're listening. Some people always help your career, and Some people didn't, but this guy was really helpful to all the photographers and really went out of the way to keep us happy. And once the digital era started, you know, I mean, people were using less and less darkroom, and he kind of like, I didn't like that shot too much. And he kind of started changing his store to a clothing store and shoe store, and I don't know what's happening now. That building across used to be Duke's Cycle. Now both sides used to be great bicycle store. Now I guess it's only half of it, Trek Cycles. And it caught fire a couple of years ago. It got a big fire, and it got destroyed. And they had to relocate. And I guess when you have a fire that big, the insurance and all that, it takes way too long to get things sorted out, right? Anyway, so, oh, there's a couple coming from the top. I like what they're wearing. I don't know if I got that. I got a shot of him. I just like the guy. He's wearing very classic outfit. All right, we're approaching. This guy's got his own beer with him. You know, always best to carry your beer with you because you never know when you're gonna run out. And so we are at Bathurst. This is Bathurst and Queen Street. I was hoping it rain. If it's gonna rain, I was hoping I could be prepared, but I'm not. There you go. Do a look back shoot on Queen. Oh, it's really raining really hard. We're gonna end the walk a bit further on. I'm gonna stop the camera, hunker down, put my emergency Gore-Tex jacket on before I get everything soaked. Oh, it's coming in hard. It's coming in hard. Let's go. I gotta find a place to hunker down and cover the mics and the cameras. And ooh, that's crazy. Maybe we go somewhere and see if we can catch some sound of rain or something. Maybe to the beach. These guys are great. None of them are wearing masks or anything. They put them behind they have them behind cages for some reason. That kind of looks odd. Anyway, so we're gonna end the ride here. Maybe I hunker down underneath this shelter like these people. We're gonna end the ride here. Thanks for joining me for this walk. We'll catch you on the next one. We're back out. Oh, look at these birds. How come you guys are not running away?